If you stop seeing video from me, I'm dying. I'm dying if you. Bronchitis, maybe. I don't know. Welcome to the realm of Millenia. Be ye man, woman, child, spirit, creature, demon. Be ye a native, a migrator, or maybe even an invader into the lands. Welcome, for I am your host, the Millennium Mailman, here today. And I'll be bringing you the news on today's theatrical Thursday. As always, because I'll be building long after you've already begun to acclimate and fit in. So go ahead, sit back and relax and enjoy the theatrical Thursday, where I'm going to be extra and hope you read all about it. Dear Wizard, this is going to be a terrible day for video. By golly, my voice is absolutely shot, it seems. It's about that season for bronchitis to be kicking in, but gee whiz, I don't think I ever really noticed it so bad. Oh man. Oh gosh. Oh man. But yeah, so I'm going to be overhauling the theatrical Thursday. Probably redo a lot of them, because as far as the actual cinematic ones go, I'll be redoing a few of them, because now that I'm comfortable doing the videos, I want to rework them such that they fit in a bit better. And in the spirit of making them fit in, just to be extra and hope you read all about it on the more theatrical, extra dramatized side rather than the theater or cinematic Thursday days. On that theatrical side, I saw today some videos by ThTh and Brett Cooper. Oh God forbid. Neutral party watching videos from either side. Oh gosh, forbid. Yeah, I'm not one to take sides. I very much listen and such to both sides, so that if either of you come for me, I'm going for the jugular on either one of your sides, right? I'm not in support or even against either of you. I'm against both of you guys choosing to try and forcefully sway me one way or the other. I really don't care if you're shooting guns over top of my head, as long as you ain't shooting me in the head or trying to. Because I wear helmets. That first shot ain't going to do nothing, meaning if you hit me more than once, you getting hit back. Don't come for me. I am not a both sides character. I'm listening to both sides, but I very much don't care for either of you. I just want to know how I need to navigate when talking to either of you to get what I need, so I can keep on going and leave y'all alone the way I wish to be left alone. Right? So I was listening to the video from the conservative take of Brett Cooper, and something about the way she did the video, her argument was about how men in general are the dating landscape or whatever, and the men, what they're doing is somewhat sort of reactionary to what feminism did. It's like she has her own talking points that kind of make sense, but from a debatery aspect, if you will, it seems like she was centering her discussion in a manner of stream of consciousness. And as a debater or even a writer, that is one of the worst ways to have your final assignment submission be. Because even when you're in school, even in high school, middle school, stream of conscious is good as far as drafting and getting your ideas out there, right? But as far as convincing people, unless they're on that same lower level as you, it's not going to always make sense, and thus not going to be carried to as much people as possible, right? So Brett Cooper, the way you organized your video, you had a stream of consciousness and you worked around it, and it felt like, to me, a debater, that you were kind of justifying and verifying and nitpicking here and there in order to pack on to your initial comment. But the biggest problem with stream of consciousness debate and discussion is that there are often a lot of loopholes that you cannot properly argue and articulate because you integrated them into the conversation as a stream of consciousness. And stream of conscious comes with loopholes. It could be the most perfect fabric sheet strand of string at all. It could be the most perfect, most ideal one. But when you knit it together with stream of consciousness, it just looks out of place. And that's where the loopholes tie into a perfect discussional argument. So, as someone who can look at your video and see that it's well edited and you're dressed nicely and put together, the concept that you didn't make like a rough draft script that you were going off of and just spoke into a camera, I very much disbelieve that. So, from this discussional aspect of it, from a debatery perspective, if the whole goal and perspective of your campaigning agenda with your YouTube channel or whatever, and your uploads and your videos is to garnish more understanding, mass sharing of your values as a conservative and your perspective, you're doing a terrible job at being convincing, per se, for lack of a better word right now. You're doing a terrible job of it because the way you talk in a stream of consciousness aspect like that is inherently not extremely convincing. It is more so only convincing to people who are currently seeking out a confirmation bias of something like that you're already talking about. So, darn it, what was the word? I lost it. So, Brett Cooper. Madame Brett Cooper, when you have a stream of conscious conversation, that only lures in and secures the opinions of people with confirmation bias. Stream of conscious only successfully works upon those who have confirmation in the mindset and mentalities of confirmation biased anyway, right? So there's that. And that would be my only critique of your video. Everything else is like, I understand the nuances here and there because I'm neutral and I've been looking at the nuances and I just don't care. But that aside, going on and so forth, have at you. The Dr. K video I looked up, that was him in an interview with a darker skinned UK or London individual. He was on the interview with this person that just felt like a subsidiary of like Jubilee or podcast-esque. And I went to that video because I did make a entirely separate different video that I'm not sure I even posted yet. But I made a video because the way what he said in a little YouTube or TikTok short that I seen him in, what he said about anger and how men internalize that was very disagreeable to me. But I wanted to watch the whole video despite already. What the flying fuck do you need?
I was coming to bring you your baby.
I'm not choosing silence for any other reason other than the fact that it's best to invoke your Fifth Amendment to shut the hell up. There are many things I would like to say, but knowing that I'm recording would be very incriminating, regardless of whether I meant it or not. Yeah. It would be very incriminating. And I don't edit these videos. The most editing I do to any of my videos is chop off the front half or chop off the back half. At this point in time, I'm not editing any of the videos, much of anything at all, because I'm trying to center most of the time and effort around actually the writing, believe it or not. So that is very fun. But yes, Brett Cooper, that would be the critique I had for your video there. Nice video, nice put together, nice discussional talking points. I think it could have been better, not even better articulated, just better formatted for the actual convincing of others, be they fellow woman or across the aisle fellow man or liberal men. Whoever your target audience was, in order to be better received by it, unless you were only and main target was also equally conservative. I just felt like you could have been more persuasive with maybe that little minor alteration, because the whole stream of consciousness in debate and in literature, especially as a political and even some non-political essays that you can get experience writing through schools and whatnot, a lot of that, what they'll teach you is that it's great to dip in to stream of consciousness when forming your rough draft or forming a one paragraph that you're going to base your opening or your closing on. Or maybe you can just skip the stream of consciousness and just straight up go for a particular singular talking point, and then make your opening or make your closing off of it, and then expound upon that throughout your entire essay. So what I've known to always do and always teach for when making essays and developing arguments, go ahead and do the stream of consciousness first. You can do it second, but generally you want to make it your first two things, and then you talk it out, right? Because as far as essay prompting goes, they'll give you a prompt, so you already have your one little thing to talk about and to center the whole discussion about. Great. When you write this draft or your opening or your closing, go about it with stream of consciousness. Yes, absolutely. Take that one little prompt up there at the top, do your little stream of consciousness, write it out, because in your stream of consciousness, that's where the contradictions tend to come out. Take those contradictions to your conversation and use them as your rebuttals. Use those loopholes as rebuttals to help support your entire essay. That is going to be that is going to be in your best interest. Okay? Oh, come on, buddy. You terrible. But yes. Hi. You just didn't want to be in that terrible chair. But yes. So it would be in your best interest. See if I can get you positioned better without putting you on camera. Awesome. So it's in your best interest when you set up essays and your discussions in that manner, because because that is what you do. And then when you go over your your review and your editing process of it, you edit your stream of consciousness into a well thought out discussion that can actually convince and get awesome grades if you're in school, or get all those political points as for the crowd and the audience, and garnish more followers and more supporters in the general specter as well. So that's just how it is. Hey, buddy. Come on. So, but yes, that is the best utilization of stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness is best as a first or second basis of argument development. Because, again, those loopholes, when you think to yourself and you create your own narrative loopholes instead of just speaking in order to get out there, when you speak to get your voice out there, it's all stream of consciousness. And very, very, very few people's stream of consciousness just flows out awesomely and immaculately well articulated with no contradictions. Very, very few people do it. I'm going to tell you, there are some utterly amazing people who do, but very, very few. Hey, buddy. So, that being said, there are those other aspects to. Hey, buddy. Come on. There are plenty of other things to be said about it, but that is number one. Stream of consciousness has its benefits and its drawbacks, but the biggest benefit you can pull from stream of consciousness conversation is the benefit of you creating your own talking points to rebuttal. Because when you don't address your own talking, those little loopholes and rebuttals that stream of consciousness is going to set out there, those become footholds for your opposition to later on attack you in your own discussional argument, instead of those being footholds for you to get a leg up on your opposition, right? Because the worst aspect of going into a conversation with full-on stream of consciousness is that it's harder for you to think ahead of anything and everything you're talking, where if you're not ahead of it and just your enemy debater or your enemy adversary in this discussional conversation, this I'm on side A and they're on side B person, when you're only shooting out your stream of consciousness, they get to actually see everything, and they can basically use parts of what you're shooting at them, like crossbow heads. They'll take it for their own ammunition and end up firing it right back at you. That's never something you want to just do. Scorched earth. Rather scorched earth, let it be something left over for them to use to hurt you. Oh. Right? So that is just naturally c'est la vie. C'est la vie. That's how it is. That's how it is how it is, man. So there are a lot of drawbacks to stream of consciousness. And even when you're talking to yourself, like I am in a video like this, Madame Brett Cooper, there is plenty to be said about how to draw in more audience and more followers and more support to help better your side of the conversation than leaving it as it is. Because I feel like with a video as clean as yours, with edits all the credits and the this and that to beginning to the end and so on and so forth, and how well you've already developed and got assistance marketing, you should very much be maybe like 3 or 4 times recognized and given credit and credence for the things you talk about and already say. The fact that you're this far already without making any changes at all, you got plenty. Yes, buddy. You got plenty of what it takes. You just don't have that little extra oomph that goes a mile in amplification. And that's the little bit you need to know. Allegedly. I don't know anything. I could be very wrong. But take it from this debater, this devil's advocate, if you will. Maybe the little extra thing that you're looking for in order to be more convincing and get heard by a few more folks is that. Maybe it's just that. Yes, buddy, what do you need? But hey, that's just me, your Millenia Mailman here today. I'm gonna end up cutting the video short there. Yes, buddy. But by all means, like, comment, share, subscribe, share the video for more exposure. Hey, not my wrist. Don't throw up on me, buddy. Share the video for more exposure. Comment down in that comment section down below. Like the video if you like the video. And of course, subscribe if you feel like it. Or don't. Don't mind. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. No TV screen for you. No one gets to see you, buddy. Bye-bye.